Hello guys. I bring you a new video. Do not forget to help us by subscribing and liking. Let's begin. It's time to study. The majority now have motivation to study well and get good points in exams, but in the end it returns to the same thing that it was in the past year. This is a normal thing, because the majority leaves this motivation only in his brain, and does not try to do it so that motivation dies. In order to maintain this motivation, you must use it to acquire new habits, and to do things that will give you psychological pressure. So in this video, we will say things that you do in order not to waste the academic year and remain in a good relationship with your studies. And at the same time, have fun and have a great school year. The video will be divided into 3 paragraphs that will start with the mentality. The mentality you will need to succeed in the school year. Next, we will talk about one of the habits that you must build. Finally, we will complete the video with one of the tips that will help you on your path. In a 1998 study conducted at a university in Colombia, a professor came to take some students, and give them some puzzles and ask them to solve these puzzles. The students took these puzzles, and they solved them, and then they came up to each one of them and said, "You got a good point," even though he didn't take it. But here when they divided the students into 2 groups, I said the first group got a good point because they were smart, but the other group I told them they got a good point because they did their best. And they gave each student 3 kinds of puzzles: easy, medium, difficult. And here the results will appear. The students who told them that they are smart, they spent most of their time in easy puzzles, and this shows that motivation was few. And in the end they asked them how the experience was, and they said they did not like it. On the other hand, the students who told them that you put in your effort, spent most of their time on difficult puzzles, and the motivation was high, and when they finally asked them they found that they had fun solving those puzzles. And from here he gives me the concept of locus of control, which means your degree of faith controls your life. And the people who told them that you managed to make a good point because you were smart, let them believe in the so-called external locus of control. Let them believe that external factors they couldn't control were what let them succeed, like you can't control to get smart or stupid. On the other hand, the students who told them that you succeeded because of a hard work made them believe in the so-called internal locus of control. They believed that they were the ones who could control their own results, meaning they believed as they worked a lot and could be better. I mean, they are the ones who have control over themselves and their results. Do you understand now? Why do students who are not distinguished by their points in exams claim that they are smart only, and do not want to pay their efforts in studying? Or you find teachers also telling them to them even with their hands, and they think that they are motivating them. And they have a wrong idea in their own unconscious to mention the unconscious. If you want a video, write it down in the comments. Look, dear viewer, there is no such thing as you are smart or stupid. The one who works leads to good results. What I want to convey to you from all this is that you must believe in your success rate linked to you. You will find professors who do not explain a good lesson. Mark it. You will find students who are better than you, and others who are more competent than you. And here we will be completing the first party in the video. Now we will talk about the habits that you must build as a student going to study. This habit that we will talk about now is the first thing that you must start with, and you must have a program to study at home. For example, at school you have a specific time and place specific to sit in it and a lesson to study. And as a result of this system, you find yourself sitting in a specific place in the specified time, meaning that there is no decision in front of you. Do not think and go unconscious, because you know that here is a program. Why do we not apply this logic by studying at home? For example, you say, "I will study this lesson," and you do not know where you will sit in order to study it. How much will you study in advance that week, and what time will you allocate for each subject? And also choose the place where you will sit, because your brain is gradual, and when you do such things, you reduce the number of decisions that you will make when you reach the study, and then automatically you will go to study without taking an easy decision while holding the phone and starting to roam the social media. But from the important thing is not to make that mistake that the majority do, which is to devote a lot of time to studying. You must walk gradually. The first week study a little, and the second week advance a little until you become a habit and find your comfort, and do not study 2 hours without a break, and especially in the first. The year is long. And if you start this thing, you will have enough time to walk slowly by remembering the lessons. The last tip is to try to know when you have exams, although you can't know exactly, but try to know roughly, and when are the holidays, so that everything does not confuse you. In short, know yourself where you are going. And from here, we will mention a small inside advice that is useful. Choose music for yourself to enjoy while you remember. It is not necessary to have music, but you can hear the sounds of winter with the sound of birds for psychological comfort during the review. It is important to listen to something beautiful and calm, and I read something that helps you. But if you are not focusing on music, then this advice will dispense with us. The second advice we have, and which is very important: do not focus on side subjects that have no value according to your specialization, and do not focus on a subject that you will study and test in and forget for life. Focus, for example, on mathematics, physics, etc., so that you do not waste a lot of time, just like this material. Only when the exam approaches, do a light review of the material in which you have a test, and do not waste energy. And also, if you do not understand a lesson from one of the lessons of these materials that are of no value in your specialty, and you also know that this subject will have one question, so there is no need for you to take a lot of time in it. Focus on other important things that are more than them, and if you have some time left, go back to a lesson that you did not understand so as not to waste your time. Naturally, you cannot dispense with any lesson that you did not understand. This decision must be taken now. This decision must be made. I mean, when you see that hours and days have passed without any progress, and the lesson is not a very important thing here, it is better to say goodbye to a lesson and leave it. To feel the real pleasure, and many people, including me, feel remorse when they want to enjoy. They say they wait for a lot of work, and reading means the whole time. He should stay sitting near the computer or near the book and work all day like me. I work all day to publish videos with you for your benefit. In short, a video suitable for my school entry and the end of summer vacation. Study hard, laugh well, enjoy and study at the same time. Do not study only for a point, study for knowledge as well. I hope it helped you. I wish you a good year. Good luck. Idrisi was with you. Do not forget to like and subscribe before you